Yo, what's going on, you guys? Drum Machine Addicts is back again, and today we are going to dive into Komplete 12 Ultimate, the Collector's Edition, and kind of show you some of the stuff that it comes with, do a quick overview of some of the instruments before we do a full breakdown of the new instruments inside to show you what's new. So as you can see, I'm inside of the machine software. If you look, I have a group loaded up, and in that group there's Kontakt, which is clearly labeled. But yeah, also look to the left just to show you this right quick. These are all the groups, and these are the expansions that you get with the Komplete 12 Ultimate, the Collector's Edition. So this is 50 expansions, and it's a lot of sounds. Like, honestly, you won't need any other sounds ever again, but these are all the expansions it comes with. You can actually see the list on the website and all that good stuff, but yeah, it really helps with the workflow. Like, let's say if I went to Circuit Halo, these are all the kits that I could just load up. So let's say if I have a new group, just like that, and I loaded up a whole bunch of new sounds, and they're all playable right now. So all right, you probably can't hear that because I have everything routed through my mic, but yeah, so we'll get to the expansions in another video, but let's go into Kontakt. So as you can see, instance of Kontakt loaded up, and yeah, this is what Kontakt 6 looks like. So it's about the same as Kontakt 5 as far as the layout and stuff, but a couple minute differences here and there. So some of the instruments that are new in Komplete 12 Ultimate, you got the woodwind ensemble, which is like expert flute players, woodwind instrument players in general who have their instruments sampled out. And you have your bass winds, your bassoons, clarinets, oboes, saxophones, all that. Or you can load up this instrument for the ensemble. And these are the different type of playing modes that come in each of these folders, right? So in our breakdown video, we'll go through each of them. But yeah, this is one of the new instruments you get. Let me close this up. You also get woodwind solo, so your woodwind instruments, or excuse me, the solo versions of them. So instead of you having to do an ensemble, which would be like, maybe 4 instruments, a quartet type thing, this is actually like the solo instruments, one by itself. Moving forward, Kinetic Trees is actually something that's been free on Native Instruments website for a while. You should be able to download that, and you should have that already. So we'll skip that. Strummed Acoustic 2, which is actually pretty cool. So this is like a guitar kind of thing too. And you know what would probably help? Let me go ahead and just load some of these up just so you can see. All right. So yeah, this is what woodwind ensemble looks like. It's pretty cool layout. It's really simple, one dial type thing, right? You can control tightness, motion release. I'm not going to put you guys through the pain of trying to hear the sound and stuff like that. That would be like a routing nightmare. But I will cover it in a tutorial where you get to see all the different things it can do. So you have that. You have Strummed Acoustic 2, which comes with like a variety of different modes that you can play, different presets, and I don't want to call them arpeggiated. They're actually like rhythms that come pre-programmed with this. So if you're familiar with Komplete and you have like George Duke's Soul Treasures or whatever, this is kind of reminiscent of that, except it's with an acoustic guitar. So the Giant, that's something you should already have if you have Komplete. Hybrid Keys is something really cool, something really new. And it's basically just that. It's basically a piano thing. But it has electric pianos, acoustic pianos, mallets, horns, all that kind of stuff. But it's essentially like an electric piano tool. Now, these other 2 things right here I'm really excited about. You have Ethereal Earth and you have Analog Dreams. And to be honest, they actually have the same layout as Hybrid Keys. It looks like something new they've added in the recent updates of Komplete, where you basically have like these 2-patch kind of synthesizer kind of things with basic controls like sustain, release, cutoff, all that kind of stuff to kind of modulate how it sounds. And it's the same thing with Ethereal Earth. You have an A patch, B patch, basic basic tools for modulating the sound. Same thing with Analog Dreams. The layouts are pretty dope though, but they're basically Analog Dreams and Ethereal Earth are basically synthesizers. Pretty cool sounds. Like I said in another video, we'll get to them, but just to kind of move through. So Analog Dreams, you got session strings 2, which is pretty hard. I'll load up the violins modern, just so you can see like the new layout and everything. All right, so yeah, like, you know, the layout's been completely revamped. Obviously they've added some different modes and everything to kind of spice up and make you want to buy Session Strings Pro 2, but the layout's a bit different than Session Strings Pro 1 if you're not familiar. Moving forward, and basically again, it's strings, so you know what to expect from that. But this is pretty new too. Electric Sunburst, which is an electric guitar. It's similar to Strummed Acoustic in that basically it comes with some already programmed rhythms in there, but you can do some pretty cool things with it. You can change the sound up. It has different presets, of course, that you can mess with. Pretty dope, honestly. Very, very dope. And it comes with different amps and effects you can use. You can edit the guitar settings. It's a dope tool to have, especially if you don't have live players in the studio. Then of course you got Middle East, right? So Middle East is another favorite. It's a series of instruments, just like the title would suggest, that come from the Middle East. Super dope. If you have West Africa or Cuba, it's pretty much like that, except a different cachet of instruments, if that's the right word. Thrill, right? All right, if my computer wants to cooperate. So Thrill comes with a whole bunch of different, as it's been described to me, as like horror effects, kind of just, as you can see, different atmospheric sounds, but like ambient screens and stuff like that. So this would be ideal if you're, you know, scoring a movie, or if you're doing a film with your friends, indie friends, that type of shit. It's pretty cool. Of course, these two down here too, going back to string ensemble, brass solo. These are other pieces of the Symphony series, and they only come with the collector's edition. Otherwise you have to buy them separately. If you get the regular version of Complete or Complete Ultimate, you only get like the Symphony Essentials, which is the lesser version. And honestly, the only difference is the amount of articulations that you get with the full versions. Like the full version articulations, you get all these right here, but in the limited version, you don't get to choose through as many mic positions and stuff like that. So they just kind of limit you in some ways. India, I think, isn't new. Strummed Acoustic is old. Let's see. So yeah, those are pretty much the new Kontakt instruments that you get. Okay, so I'm gonna open up another group, go to Native Instruments. What else do you get here? Oh, so here's some of the new effects like Dirt, Bite. We'll go into that later. I guess I can show you some of the Reactor 6 stuff. And yeah, we'll do the effects later. Don't really care about the effects like that. Effects are cool to have, but you know, we all came here for the sounds. All right, if my computer wants to cooperate. Boom. All right, there we go. Took a little second. Let's see. Let's load up Flesh, right? Flesh is pretty interesting. It's a weird kind of synthesizer that I haven't quite figured out yet. I've played around with it a little bit. And some of the sounds are like arpeggiated sequences. Let me see if I can go to the Native site on my phone and see what it says about it. But Flesh is pretty cool. I haven't used it in any beats yet, but nonetheless, it's a cool synthesizer to kind of add to the library. Flesh, let's see. Native Instruments describes it as the fun and innovative performance synth that turns anything you feed it into an electronic symphony. Sounds like a lot of fluff in the sounds, but the interface is cool as shit. It's just figuring out how to use this thing, and that's going to be the key. So yeah, this will probably be a tutorial we do later in the series once I actually figure out how to use it. But it's a synthesizer, so it shouldn't take too much doing. And then of course there's the TRK one, which is your new drum synth that Native actually released last year, or maybe earlier this year, but it's also included in Ultimate, and I think it's in all versions of Komplete. So yeah, that'll be something to check on too. TRK is pretty cool. You can make kick drums, you can make synths with it. So you have your kick, your bass. Again, we'll cover it all in the tutorial, but right now we just want to show you what the actual tools look like, so you know what you're buying, right? Because there's nothing worse than looking at the screenshots but not seeing, okay, how does this work in action? Like, even this layout below looks like the classic TR 808 machine, right? And this looks like, yeah, this is velocity, this is for the bass. Man, this is gonna be something cool to play with in the future. And I think the only other synth that might be new might be Form. All right. Let's go ahead and load up. Excuse the computer for being slow. It's an old one. It's faithful, but yeah, it's super old. But yeah, Form is another synth that comes with Komplete 12 Ultimate. Let's see how Native describes this one. Let's see. A unique sample-based synthesizer with a refreshing approach to sound creation and an organic and powerful sound. A lot of fluff. We're gonna play around with this one too, but clearly they have a sample loaded up. Looks pretty cool. This actually might be a new favorite. The layout just looks super dope. Doesn't look like you have too many presets, but that's cool. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, so doing this tutorial is gonna be fun. But nevertheless, those are pretty much all the things that come with a Komplete 12 Ultimate, especially the collector's edition. We went back, we showed you again all the expansions that you get, 50 expansions. You get the new cascade of Komplete tools, which we'll quickly slide through that again. These are some of the new tools that you get. Super dope tools to use, will definitely charge your workflow. And yeah, you get those new reactor tools as well. Is there anything else? No, just some marginal updates here and there. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. That's everything that comes with Komplete 12 Ultimate. We're just showing you what's under the hood in this one, and we'll do an in-depth deep dive in each of the new tools in separate videos, just so we don't bog you down, because I know I've been talking for like maybe 10 minutes by now. But that's Drum Machine Addicts. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, drummachineaddicts@gmail.com. Don't forget to tell a friend to subscribe. And with that, we will see you guys next week. Take care. Peace.